This female fencer took a stand, or rather a knee, in protest when she refused to compete against a biological male, i.e. a transgender.
We see you take a knee, and then the official comes over. What did you say to the official at that point?
Initially, I told them that I was refusing defense because this person is a man and I am a woman, and this is a women's tournament, and I refuse defense on principle.
So we see your opponent comes over. What did you say to your opponent at that point?
My opponent was a little bit confused, thinking that I was maybe hurt. And I said, no, I am refusing defense to you because I'm a woman and you are a man. I have much love and respect for you, but I will not compete against you. His response was, okay, but there's a member of the board of directors here and he supports me. There's a policy that says that I'm a woman and I'm allowed to compete in the women's tournament. And if you do this, you're going to get black carded. And I said, I know.
As a result, the female fencer received a black card and was disqualified from the event.
So here's what USA Fencing said in a statement to Fox News Digital. USA Fencing enacted our current transgender and non-binary athlete policy in 2023. The policy was designed to expand access to the sport of fencing and create inclusive, safe spaces. It goes on to talk more. But this idea about inclusive, safe spaces, what about inclusive, safe spaces for female athletes?
Right. There's nothing for me and there's everything for him. I am a woman and I have an athletic disadvantage to men, so I compete in the women's division, which is where I rightfully am. But he has been given this opportunity to fence in the women's division, and he can compete. He can easily compete in the men's division. He can also compete at mixed events in local tournaments if he wants. There is a place for him.
This was a lifelong Democrat, this woman was, and she said, I changed on this issue alone. She said, I voted red down the ticket this year. It was like waking up to the lies of the mainstream media. And she's not alone. There was a 25-year-old who told the New York Times, I was radicalized because of this issue of biological men in women's sports.
So the reality is science isn't bigotry, it's fact. These men can't cut it with the other male athletes, so therefore they are coming into the female sports. There are biological unfairness when you have a biological male competing in women's sports. When it comes to their strength, their bone density, their muscle mass, all of a sudden this has become completely unfair to female athletes and has taken us back decades and decades of progressive movements trying to get fairness for women athletes.
It's true. As you describe the biological differences, it includes as well wingspan, right? And so for a sport that depends on the distance of arms and then at the other end of a sword, that's a big deal. But even bigger is the reaction. You're telling me that who was disqualified was the person who dared to stand up for protecting biological women in sports. Why wasn't that other individual disqualified? This has gone on too far, and I'm not sure why it continues to happen.